Good morning, little farmers. Good morning, everyone. I hope all the moms had such a wonderful Mother's Day. Little farmers, I hope you gave your moms lots of snuggles and kisses and just treated her so special. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let's just sing our good morning song, okay? Good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Very well, thank you. Very well, thank you. How about you? How about you? Good job. All right, so guess what we're going to do today? We are going to do, actually, this whole week is going to be about, can you tell? About bees. We are going to do a bee unit all this week, and it's going to be so much fun. But before we get started, I am going to show you how our caterpillars turned into pupas. Do you see those? So inside the lid of that little jar that we had where the caterpillars were eating all their food, there was this little cloth, and they were able to attach the silk that comes out of their like saliva, their spit, and it attached to this little cloth. So they've attached themselves. So I gently took the lid off when they all started forming their chrysalis, and I was able to attach it to their habitat. So here they will stay. Well, they've already been this way for a good 3 or 4 days, so probably another week or so, give or take. So I will keep you posted as to how these little guys are doing. There are 7 pupas there, and it doesn't mean that all 7 of them are going to survive, but we're gonna hope, okay? And if they don't, it's okay. It just happens. It's just part of life, and we'll see how many butterflies we get. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back inside because temperature matters right now, and there's a little bit of a breeze, and they don't really like that. So I will be right back with you. Okay, so I put them back in the house where it's nice and warm. And now we're going to talk about the life cycle of a bee. So I believe that you have this page in your packet, and it's going to start right here. The queen bee lays eggs in the cells of these little honeycomb. Okay? And then the eggs hatch. The eggs hatch into larvae, and they look like little maggots, like that right there. Okay. The larva turns into a pupa. So it's much like the life cycle of a butterfly. So it's an egg, then larva, and then a pupa. Okay. And then the nurse bees, those are the helper bees, they come and cover the cell in wax to protect the bee. Finally, it turns into an adult bee, and it chews its way out of the wax and becomes an adult bee. So that's how a bee comes to life. Isn't that interesting? All right, so I'm going to read a book, and I might not read every single part of it because there's a lot of parts to this book, and I don't want you to get too bored, but there's a lot of great things about bees in this book. It's called Why Do We Need Bees? Okay, this is from our book fair that we had. All right, see all those bees? Look at that. I hope there's not too much of a glare there. All right, bees are buzzing, flying insects, and many have stripes, and some make honey. All right, let's see, what's an insect? the name given to a very large group of very small animals. They all have 3 parts to their bodies, 6 legs. What do bees look like close up? Well, let's take a look. Wow, look at that. 4 wings, 2 on each side, here and here, like this. Hairy body in 3 parts. There's the head, I think that's the thorax, and then the abdomen. 2 feelers to smell things and touch things. Those are their antennae. And tiny claws to grip onto things. Do you see those little claws right there? All right. Bzz, look at all these different ones. Will they sting me? Well, sometimes they can sting if they feel threatened. But if you just stand still and let them buzz on by, they most likely will not sting you. This book says they will not sting you. It says no, bees won't sting, but they can sting if they feel threatened. Bees only sting if they feel in danger. Well, sometimes we don't think that we're putting them in danger. We're trying to keep ourselves from danger. So we like move, we motion. And with that motion, they feel threatened and they may sting. So it is true. If you can just keep still and let them buzz on by, they most likely will not sting. Okay? We really do need bees because they help produce all of the food, or not all of the food, but a lot of the food that we eat. Okay? And this one says, I'm not a bee, I'm a wasp. Boy, I tell you, Miss Sheila can get some wasps in the eaves of our house. I'm always on the lookout for those because I do not like them. So I have Mr. Fred come and check regularly for wasp nests. And we take them down as soon as we see them because I do not like those. Okay, and why do we need bees? Because they spread pollen by visiting flowers and they help plants to grow, which is true. So what is pollen? Let's take a look. It's a dusty powder inside the flower plants. Inside the flowers. Plants need pollen from other flowers to make their seeds and grow new plants. So they take the pollen from one flower and then they buzz onto another flower and they plant that pollen in another flower. So they keep pollinating the flowers, which helps produce the whole plant. So how do bees spread pollen? Well, just like I said, by flying from flower to flower. Pollen sticks to the bee's fuzz, then rubs off on the next flower. Why do bees visit flowers? To get food. They suck a sweet liquid called nectar and collect pollen to eat later. They eat the pollen too, but they don't, I guess, maybe they don't even know that they're helping us by spreading the pollen. They're just being selfish and want to eat. That's not being selfish. How do bees help this plant? They spread its pollen so its fruit can grow. Seeds then grow inside the fruit. All right. So why do we need bees? This girl says, why do we need bees? Because without them, we couldn't grow lots of the vegetables and fruit we eat. What will happen to these flowers? Right here, see what will happen to these flowers. After the bees visits, the petals will fall off and green beans will grow in their place. That's pretty awesome. So we need to have bees around. They're very important, okay? All right, so would you like to learn how to draw a bee? It is so much fun. I am going to go and get, and you can get out too. You can either get out a piece of paper and some markers or some crayons, or you can get your whiteboard with your dry erase marker, and you can do it that way. Either way works. So go ahead and go and grab that right now, and I'll meet you right back here. I'm gonna go grab mine. Okay, are you ready? Did you get your paper or your dry erase board? All right, let's get started. The first thing we're going to draw is a circle. Okay, that's easy. So you just make a circle shape. Okay, then step 2 is we're going to draw an oval shape below the head, because this is going to be the head. Okay, so we're going to start about right here, and then we're going to come around like this, and it's somewhat of an oval shape. Okay, you got that part? All right, so step 3 is we're going to just draw some stripes, some lines in the oval. Okay, so we're just going to, I like to make mine a little curvy like this. Okay, you can draw them straight across if you want, but I think it looks kind of cute with a little bit of curve. Oops, well, that's not perfect, but that's okay. All right, so then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give it some eyes. Okay, is it starting to look like a bee? And now we're going to draw a smiley face. How did you do? All right, so it's starting to look like a bee, but it's not quite a bee. The next thing we're gonna need to add is the first pair of wings. So we're gonna start just about here by his head. We're gonna draw up and we're gonna end up about right here, okay? So here we go, we're gonna make his wings, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Oh, he's starting to look a little more like a bee, isn't he? All right, so you just make the wings come out a little bit from his head and back to his body. And you can pause this if you need some extra time, but I'm gonna keep going. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to draw a second pair of smaller wings under the first set of wings. So just under here. So we're just going to go like that for a smaller pair of wings. Okay? Now we get to draw a sting and antennae. So I didn't leave myself a lot of room, but the antenna, you just draw 2 straight lines like that, and then you can make little bally things on the top there. Okay? And then we're gonna make the sting. So it's kind of triangular shape. So we're just gonna go like this to a point and up like that. Okay, how is it looking? So that's actually a finished bee. And so what you can do is, if you've done it on paper, you can color him in. And if you want, you can do like this little dashed thing to make it look like he's flying around from his stinger. You just kind of dash, dash. Does it look like he's flying? You can't see the whole thing, but you get the idea. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how to draw your bee. I think he's turned out cute, don't you? So, and if it doesn't look just like mine, it's okay. You can keep doing it, and you can keep drawing it in those steps until you've got it the way that you like, and the way that you like it, the way that it will look the way that you will like it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what we have going on next. I believe we have math. before we get on to math, I'm going to show you a bee that I did earlier this morning. So I went ahead and drew him on paper, and then I just colored with crayon the parts that I thought should be black and parts that I thought should be yellow. And if yours are different colors, that's totally fine. You just do whatever you would like to do. But just have fun with that, and I just hope that you had fun and that you at least tried to draw the bee, okay? All right, so we're gonna do math, and I think my neighbors, I forgot that I had these on, and my neighbors, we have a new trail back here, so people are walking by and noticing my bee wings and antennae, and they probably think I'm a crazy lady. That's okay. That's fine. So if you take out, I already have laminated in your packet these little things. I don't know if you have, you don't have all of these, but you have some of them. So something that looks kind of like this anyway. So if you take these out, we're just gonna do this one together. So you will have a clothes hanger clip that looks like this, and this isn't the only activity we're going to use this clip for. So in a couple of days when we do some more on our B unit, I'll tell you why we're going to use this next. It's not for math, but today it's for math. So we are going to count how many bees are there. Yes, just one. So we just find the number 1 here. One is that one right there. You just clip it. All right, now we're going to count the beehives. 1, 2. And we found the 2 right there. So we just clip that. That's number 6 and that's number 4. So we want to clip the number 2. All right, then on this page, we have, I don't know what you call these. They're like little honey sort of spoons. You scoop the honey out of the jar and then you can drip it on your toast or whatever you have. There's probably a name for it, but I don't know the name. So anyway, we're going to count them. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And can you find the 6 here? Is that 6? Nope, that's number 7. Is that 6? That's number 9. How about that one? Yes, that is number 6. Oh, I can't reach it. Oh, but we clip it right there. And then here it looks like we've got some jars of honey. How many do you see? 1, 2, 3. And there's number 3 right there. So we would clip that one. So whatever you have in your packet, you can go ahead and do. And that is our math today. So again, save your clip. Don't lose it, because we're going to use that again in a couple of days. All right, we have now the uppercase B page right here. So you get to work on that. So you can color the B if you'd like, and color the big B. And then trace the bees, trace the bees. So we're just doing review. We're not, we don't have a letter of the month. It's the last month of the year. So we're just going to just review random letters as we see fit. I'm very thematical, so whatever the theme is, it's B this week. So letter B is gonna be our letter today. All right, so just trace the B. That's the uppercase B. And then after that, we are going to do, I think on the other side of your page should be a page that looks like this. And this is all the letters of the alphabet, all the uppercase. So you can see there's some pretty butterflies and flowers there that you can color if you'd like. And you can use your crayon or marker or pencil and just trace all of these. Now, if you're a pre-K student, you can take it one step further, and even if you're a Lil Tot and you'd like to do the same, you can write in between each letter the letter that you trace. Or you can write it smaller underneath here. Or you can get out another piece of paper. So, say you traced the A, then you can go to your other piece of paper and write the letter A. Okay? Same with all of them. So I challenge you to do that because some of you are well beyond just tracing letters, and you are skilled enough, or I don't know what the right word is, but you are able to write the letters. So practice, practice, practice writing those letters after you've traced them if you can. All right, so then the activity we're going to do is the life cycle of a bee. So we talked about that earlier. And this is the page that you would do. So you can cut these things out here. You can cut this strip off and then cut around the circles. And then you put them in the appropriate places. Okay? So what do you think would go here? And then you come and then, oh, we're going to go this way. Okay, and then you put what you think goes there, which is the larva. So we want the eggs there, the larva, then the pupa, then the capped cell, and the adult bee. Wait, I'm sorry, nothing goes here. This is the egg right here. Okay. Okay, then the larva, and then the pupa, then the capped cell, which is the blocked cell, and then the adult bee. Okay, and then I put in something fun for you to do. Excuse me. You're gonna make a bee puppet. Look at how cute that is. So there's a piece of paper that's not cut out into the bee yet. So go ahead and color the bee. Find this bee shape on the paper in your supply kit. Color the bee. Add the googly eyes that I put in your supply kit. Okay, cut it out and then attach it to the jumbo stick that I put in there, and you have a little bee puppet friend. All right, so I hope you have so much fun with your new little bee friend, and I guess that's gonna be about all today, and I will see you in a couple of days to do our next activities about bees. And then next week we're going to do butterflies, because hopefully our butterflies will have wiggled their way out of their pupa, and then we can do some fun butterfly type things. All right, so I'll just say, believe in yourself today and make it a great day. See you soon.